Hey everyone, my topic for this presentation is Bloom's taxonomy and I am Aiza Mariam Malik. In 1956, Benjamin Bloom and a group of education psychologists developed a framework for categorizing educational goals. Benjamin categorized learning into three domains: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. Cognitive domain mainly deals with learning through your brain and knowledge, while affective deals with learning through emotions, and psychomotor domain is learning through your physical activity. Taxonomy basically means classification, and Bloom's taxonomy is a classification of how people think and learn. He categorized the learning process into 6 categories, starting from knowledge, on to comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. He classified the top 5 as skills and abilities, while knowledge being the necessary precondition to put these skills and abilities into action. These are arranged in order from lower order learning, where concepts are simple and concrete, while moving up, they become complex and abstract, leading to higher order learning. This means that a learner first has to understand the concept before he can apply or analyze it. In 2001, a group of cognitive psychologists, for example, Lauren Anderson, published a revision of Bloom's taxonomy. It was known as Taxonomy for Teaching, Learning, and Assessment. Here, the pyramid now starts with remembering, which is the same as knowledge, understanding, which is the same as comprehension, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. The difference now is that while Bloom's taxonomy had nouns to describe the categories, the revised version has verbs to describe and label the categories, since the learning and thinking is an active process. They also created a separate taxonomy for the types of knowledge as a basis used in cognitive thinking. There are 4 types, mainly factual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, procedural knowledge, and metacognitive knowledge. To explain the concepts even better, let's do some examples. First category is that of knowledge. The kinds of questions in this category mainly test your memory. For example, if a teacher asks you, "Who is the president of Pakistan?" Some keywords for such questions include define, describe, identify, list, match, etc. To show understanding of a concept, the learner needs to be able to explain how something works. For example, if the teacher asks, "What is the difference between a rectangle and a triangle?" or "Explain the process of respiration." Keywords for questions on this level include summarize, give an example of, distinguish, etc. In applying, the student needs to take the knowledge that they have to solve a problem. Let's say, for example, if the teacher asks, "How does the concept of price elasticity apply to the cost of Pepsi?" or "Find the surface area of a table's surface." The student will now apply the knowledge of how to calculate the surface area of a rectangle to the table. The keywords include apply, solve, show, demonstrate, etc. When we analyze something, we break it down into smaller parts in order to have a critical look at it. For example, for those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, why won't Jon Snow bend the knee? You would first break down its components and ask yourself, who is Jon Snow? What is bending the knee? Where would he be bending the knee? And so on. Keywords on this level include analyze, select, relate, compare, etc. When we evaluate, we make judgments and decisions about the value of the content or concept. So for example, if the student were to make a marketing budget and present and justify it to a class, or if a question like, "How would you recognize Bloom's taxonomy in light of new research about cognitive skills?" You'll have to give pros and cons. Keywords include evaluate, justify, defend, support, test, etc. In the synthesis or create level, the learner has to come up with something new using all his previous knowledge. So for example, design a new car motor robot, or if cocaine was legalized, devise a policy brief with possible implications for a public health service. So the keywords on this level include devise, plan, compile, design, invent, develop, etc. Now, why is all this information and the taxonomy important in the first place? Well, it helps the teacher know what level of the taxonomy his or her student is at, and thus be able to give out questions and tests accordingly. Students also benefit from using a framework to organize their objectives, which further leads to clarification of those objectives, which further then leads to teachers designing valid assessments and appropriate instruction material. So ask yourself, have I really covered all the elements of the taxonomy that are required in the learning process?